Hi, my name is Karen Fabian and I am the founder of Bare Bones Yoga. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about a teaching topic, 10 ways to build connection in yoga class. And if you're watching this video and you're thinking, well, I don't teach yoga, interestingly enough, these tips work great in office settings, some of them, and really just life in general. Building connection between people is one of the most inspirational and fulfilling feelings you can have. And certainly as a yoga teacher, what we're trying to do is connect with the people that come to our classes. And there are some specific things that you can do to help build that connection. The first thing is suggest an action and watch for it to happen. When you're teaching and asking people to do something like lift your arms above your head, reach up high, look and see if that's what's happening. If it's not, there's something missing there connection-wise. And your challenge as a teacher is to change what you're saying and see if maybe through different expression of the action you can see it happen. And when you as a teacher and student can join in that way, suggesting an action and seeing it happen, that's connection there. The second thing is to speak from the heart. I really should have put this last because it's probably the hardest thing to do, but it is so necessary to build connection. Oftentimes as teachers, we'll try to hide behind the technicalities of teaching, and that sometimes isn't necessarily hiding because that's part of our job, is to share the information of how to do the postures. But speaking from the heart is an art, and it's something that absolutely helps you build connection with your class. So sharing a personal story or making a joke, those are two perfect examples of speaking from the heart. The third thing is be present. You know, one of the challenges of teaching yoga is that regardless of how busy your day is, when you step in front of that class, you must try to be present, to let go of all of the busyness of your day and to focus on what's right in front of you. Interestingly enough, that's the challenge for students as they practice. And that's why, you know, really the challenges that we face as teachers and students are not all that different. So when you come in to teach a class, commit to being there. And through that commitment, you'll begin to shift into the present and will build greater connection with your class. The fourth thing is smile. You know, relax, be natural. And through your expression of your naturalness, which is oftentimes best exhibited through smiling, you'll build connection with your students. Assist people. Put your hands on them. Help them in yoga poses. Assisting doesn't necessarily mean deepening the posture. It can be instructional. Oftentimes students come up after class and they'll say to the teacher, whether it's myself or someone's class I'm taking, thanks so much for showing me how to do that particular pose by nudging my knee in that particular direction. So students really appreciate assisting, and it's a great way to build connection. Face the class. Instead of walking behind them or maybe turning turning to the side and looking at them from the side, which sometimes is part of your movement as you're walking through the class. But don't be afraid to stand in front of the class and be seen. Let them see you, you see them, and through that, which I'll say from my own experience can be somewhat intimidating, you'll build connection and trust. Refrain from practice. This is an interesting topic for teachers and one that usually sparks a lot of comments. There are absolutely times when it is helpful to demonstrate, to practice maybe a portion of the sequence with the class. But generally speaking, to build connection, you want to see your class, you want to be available to assist them, and that means that you're not practicing yoga yourself. Talk to people before and after class. Come a few minutes early, hang out in the lobby, say hi to them, help new students set up their mats. After you say that final namaste, stay in the room. People will be picking up their things, but inevitably someone may come up to you and ask you a question. Or as you're putting your jacket on or whatever out in the lobby, just kind of hang around and ask people, have a nice day, or how was your practice, or anything along those lines. And sparking that conversation off the mat is a great way to build connection too. And the last thing is to be yourself. We all have had teachers who we've trained with, teachers who inspire us. We get our daily inspirations from mentors and leaders in the community and fellow teachers. And it's natural to bring those inspirations into class and maybe sometimes to emulate those folks. But remember, your biggest strength is when you are yourself. And that courage you have to be yourself will be felt by the people who come to your classes. And it will inspire them to go out into their lives and be themselves too. And through that, it's a perfect way to build connection. If you have any questions, please feel free to visit my website. Send me an email. I love getting emails about yoga. My website is barebonesyoga.com. Namaste.